The goal of this pro class is to introduce you to the new RemPhos by Light Efficient Design LIVC G2 Stairwell, Corridor, and Mid-Bay fixture. The fixture is available in either 2-foot, 3-foot, or 4-foot lengths. Here I have the 2-foot unit. I've spent a lot of time in the field watching our competitors' fixtures being installed, and we've added a lot of flexible features and innovative features to make these fixtures super easy to install and very flexible in how and where they can be used. I'll show you, as I demonstrate and take apart the fixture, some of these very innovative features. First off is the width of the fixture. Typically, our competitors are about 2 to 4 inches in width. The LIVC G2 is 6 inches in width. That extra width helps you cover paint scars on the wall. So if you have an existing old fixture that's being taken down and being replaced with this new fixture, the extra width means that you do not have to repaint. There's a lot of options for how conduit can be brought into these fixtures. On each end cap, we have a hole for conduit, and then on the rear of the unit, we have holes for conduit, and on the sides, we have holes for conduit. The fixture features a 92% transmission high-definition lens. These lenses have been custom formulated to provide uniformity so that you do not see any of the LED diodes underneath while still allowing a lot of the light through. All of our competitors are using 70 or 80% transmission lenses, so we get a lot higher efficacy just from using this very special lens. When we look inside the unit, you'll notice this high-frequency radar motion sensor mounted right inside. These fixtures are available with our flex control strategy. That means they can be either ordered control ready with basic control or advanced control. Control ready means they come standard with 0 to 10 volt and 12 volt power source wires, so that even if you do not want to order these with a control today, a control can easily be added later in the field. Advanced control is our partnership with LG Sensor Connect, and that's a system where you can group multiple fixtures together and you have a lot of controllability. On this unit, what I'm showing is our basic level of control. The ordering code for this would be -OCC. So what's unique about these motion sensors is that they feature our high-frequency radar technology. That means that they can penetrate right through that plastic lens. Typically with a Stairwell fixture, you'll have an ugly box on the side with a passive infrared sensor. The reason why that box is off to the side is that passive infrared sensor must be external to that fixture lens. It cannot see through the lens, while our technology can see through the lens, so it can be completely hidden, out of sight, out of mind. The reason why we developed this technology a number of years ago were a number of facilities managers and utilities were asking us to develop a motion sensor that nobody could touch or see. Oftentimes in multifamily housing or in college dormitories, you'll have that motion sensor off to the side, and tenants or residents will put duct tape or vandalize that sensor in some way that disables the sensor. This sensor, being out of sight, out of mind, completely hidden, is not prone to vandalism. The sensor out of the box is programmed so that after 5 minutes it'll dim down to a 20% power usage. You can also order the optional remote control, and with this remote control you can change a number of the settings. Number 1, you can change the detection range. Number 2, you can change that hold time, how long at high before dropping down to that low level. Number 3, you can have the fixture go completely off after, say, 1 hour. Number 4 is you can activate a photocell, and what's very unique about our photocell is that it can read right through that fixture lens. The photocell is actually smart enough to tell the difference between the artificial LED light and the natural ambient sunlight around it. And number 5 is you can adjust what you want that dimmed light level to be. So out of the box, we set that at 20%, but if you wanted to adjust that to as low as 10% or even as high as 50%, you could do that easily with one remote control. And a single remote control can program any number of fixtures, and it will work through that fixture lens. So you can install the fixtures and then easily go up to each fixture from the ground and adjust the settings. To save time during installation, we've done something very innovative with how we attach our LED tray to our chassis body. Typically, our competitors use 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4, to attach that tray to the chassis. To save time, we've done away with those bolts altogether, and we've used tool-free spring clips. So you can see these spring clips right here, and when you press on these, that tray will release. Now that I've pressed those spring clips, the tray is now hanging loose. You can see that we use aircraft cable to hang that tray from the chassis so that one person can easily mount this to the wall and you do not have to worry about that tray hanging loose. If we look at the back of the LED tray, you can see we have our LED driver, we have our motion sensor control unit, and we have our flex color switch. All of the LIVC G2s feature our flex color and flex watt technologies. These are groundbreaking new technologies for 2018, and we're extremely excited to launch them. Flex color means that you can select from either 3000, 3500, or 4000 Kelvin, and that's done from this easy selector switch here. And flex watt means that you can select from 4 different wattages in one unit from an easy to adjust switch right here. I should note that there's a lot of innovation in these LED drivers. Typically, an LED driver does not have a linear dimming relationship. In other words, if you have a 100-watt LED driver and you dim that down to a 10% dimmed level, you'll be using more than 10 watts. We wanted to make sure that at all 4 of those wattage set points on our flex wattage technology, the efficiency was over 90%. So we had to custom design these drivers from scratch, and we're very proud of them. The flex watt and flex color technologies are all about skew reduction and easy in-field adjustability. If you're a distributor, this now means that you only have to stock 1 skew per length instead of in the past 12 skews, because we have 4 wattages and 3 color temperatures in one unit. If you're a contractor, just about every installer has run across scenarios where you have a customer that you've installed something at a certain color temperature at a certain brightness, and the customer complains. With this unit, because it has that adjustability, you have the ability to go up to that unit and adjust your wattage or your color temperature to satisfy that customer without removing and replacing equipment. At between 125 to 150 lumens per watt, depending on the color temperature that you select, these are some of the most efficient fixtures in their class. The 2-foot and the 3-foot fixture can be set at either 10 watts, 15 watts, 20 watts, and 30 watts, and the 4-foot length fixture can be set at either 10 watts, 15 watts, 30 watts, and 40 watts. Typically, we find that in a stairwell installation, you'll set it at that lower 10 or 15 watt setting and have a lot of energy savings. But at that higher 30 or 40 watt setting, these fixtures have a lot of versatility for use in a mid-bay application, say a supermarket in continuous rows, or a gas station service bay, again in continuous rows, where you'd be mounting units end to end to end. At 40 watts, that 4-foot unit has over 5,200 lumens, so it packs a real punch for ceiling heights, say up to 20 feet high. All of the LIVC G2 fixtures feature a voltage range of 120 to 277 volts, an efficacy of 125 to 150 lumens per watt. They are 80 plus CRI. They are DLC premium listed. They are ETL listed. They have a 10-year warranty and an L70 rating of over 100,000 hours. Also, any of these fixtures can be ordered with optional emergency battery backup. This concludes the Pro class for the RemPhos by Light Efficient Design LIVC G2 Stairwell Corridor and Mid-Bay Fixture. For more information, visit us online or contact any of our experienced team members.